Greetings, everyone. It is such an honor to be here with you. Thank you for being here. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing, as well as I am the author to Galactic Soul History of the Universe. Book 1, it's a series and beautiful 740 pages worth of higher self expressions, sharing their journeys through their different past lives that actually put together the story of the universe. That is phenomenal. It is catalyzing in many several ways, an infinity of catalyzations of awakening and activations. It's just gloriously beautiful. You can read reviews about that under the Amazon, where you can locate it at and purchase it. It's also available for ebook. The first 2.5 chapters are available for you to read. Just read the first chapter and you will see exactly what we're talking about. You will find it amazing. It is, the angels call it the Holy Grail in many forms of the universe's journeys. Thank you for being here. Yes, someone said they have the book and it's amazing. Thank you. Yes, everyone that I've spoken to has been flying through it, and even though it's a good amount of pages, but reading one page every day, one chapter every day, and you will receive the soul activations every time, every day. It's amazing from whatever chapter you read. But let's move on. Thank you for being here. It is an honor to be here with you once more. Today we are channeling the Sasquatch. I love the Sasquatch personally. I have had the Sasquatch, and I've talked to them throughout my awakening times, as well as I also got a chance to communicate to them when I went to Mount Shasta, the mountain, and I traveled up, and I actually there's a video that you can see under our YouTube channel. We'll share the link here later, where we have images of them when we're climbing up, and they actually left footprints right before we were climbing up the mountain, and we have images and footage of them, the comparison to my foot to their foot, which was at least of twice the size, but it seemed like a family. There was like a young Sasquatch with them, and then like a female and a male. That's their energies, and they were telepathically talking to us. You could check out that video. Yeah, so this is very exciting. They're going to be able to share who they are, why they're here, and many, if you haven't, many different other, wisdom and knowledge. If you haven't had a chance to write your questions, you could write them now under chat here, and we can log them and ensure to answer as many as we possibly can. You can find me more information about our services and what we do under risingphoenixaurora.com, and you can support these videos through Patreon through $4.44 a month. Thank you for being here. Someone said, my guide is a Sasquatch. They are amazing. They're amazing. Yeah, actually in the book, there is a chapter about Sasquatch that you're going to love to read. And then we have today we have Minnie, not Minnie here. She is, keep an eye on chat, keep an eye on the questions. However, today we do have Sabrina. Sabrina is here, and she is here asking the questions. You all are going to love her. She is raw hypnosis, raw Reiki certified, as well as A.U.R.A hypnosis certified. So if you guys are looking for a practitioner, check her out. She's a beautiful, beautiful heart. Sabrina, if you want to say hi, tell them where to find you.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here and so excited. You can find my work, my website at www.earthastara.com. So excited to hear the story of this Sasquatch. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. earthastara.com. Wonderful. And yes, book a session with her. You guys will love her. She's got such a beautiful heart and she's phenomenal. Thank you. Okay, so yes, add your questions there. We're going to go ahead and start preparing for channel. Excited to hear what they're going to be sharing with us today. All right. Just start taking deep breaths now. we always teach, feeling that infinite love force field around me of love light. Before I go into channel, I want to describe what I just saw as I'm connecting to the Sasquatch energy. I saw like this beautiful grid that expanding out from myself, like a telepathy grid that just lit up throughout the earth of all the different Sasquatch that are tuning in and speaking today as a collective. It looks very beautiful. It's like spheres of light connecting to one another through beautiful, organic, divine rays of light. Okay, here we go. 111, send love to the earth. Greetings. It is such an honor to be here with you. Thank you. We are the Sasquatch. We choose not to speak in individual formation, for we are much of a rather collective communication and race. We operate within a collective unity of many forms of telepathy and energetic expansion through a form of an organic radar type of vibratory communications. Thank you. It is such an honor to be here with you. We love you, honor you, and respect you. We've been waiting for this moment in time for a very long time to communicate to you of our race. Excited and humbled we are to be here with you. Today, as you could imagine, envision us in every single mountain upon our beautiful earth, Mother Gaia, spread out, communicating to you as we are all tapping in the most greatest joy and peace in our communications today. We are standing forth upon all these mountains, all sitting in a meditative state across, spread out throughout the earth in these communications. Thank you. Thank you for joining us as well through your sacred locations. We are a race that highly operates within a fifth, sixth dimensional, yet is still able to shift in vibratory match to a third, fourth dimension, for we are in a physical form here on earth. However, our consciousness, so that you may understand, is operating in a high fifth, sixth dimension, and as higher if we needed, higher we holy. Most of our consciousness operate in a fifth, sixth dimensional expression. We are in a constant fluent flow of these higher dimensional energies as beacons and antennas upon your earth, of bringing this vibratory sequence of frequencies, echoing them out through all forms upon your earth. We work in all forms of your energetic fields, whether that is through all forms of brainwaves of your consciousness and neurological system operations. We communicate through this formation that we showed Aurora at the beginning of a telepathic communications. And some of you are able to pick up on our communications if you are within a bright vibratory consistency. And to clarify, everyone can pick up upon our communications. It is just a tapping and a shifting of a frequency. We shall slow down in our speech, where we will slow down. Our consciousness speak at a rapid motion versus we are speaking. Thank you. Need water. Thank you. Yes, we are a representation to what it was when we and you walk with us in the times of Mu Lemuria, when we had our activational DNA fully in throttle, fully in force, as telepathy, as we still have this fully activated within our race, just as perhaps you had it in your Atlantean times before the fall. And also how the inner earth, our brethren within the inner earth, also still communicate through telepathy. We also have other abilities fully activated within us. As we mentioned, we are operating within a fifth, sixth dimensional vibratory communications, a vibratory expansion upon our physical vessels. And we are constantly shifting. As we constantly shift, we are a grounding of this organic blueprint of Earth, of these abilities that you have still available within you as you continue to build your DNA crystalline formations. We, yes, can teleport, telekinesis, and telepathic abilities. We are the most sensitive beings within the, you can categorize us. We'd like to be categorized within the animal kingdom, for our animal kingdom brethren are very close to us in light, purity, potence of brightness. Therefore, you can categorize us in that animal kingdom location. However, yet we still are also the hybrid. We're a hybrid of both humanoid and animal versions, which is why you see us in a type of ape, upright, tall features. Yes, now we're excited to be here once more. Now, when remember when Aurora hosted her retreat in Mount Shasta, it was such a special time. And the attendees looked up at the mountains of the Mount Shasta and said, "Do you see them? Do you see the Sasquatch amongst the trees?" And that was us connecting to all of them and thanking them for being such beautiful beings full of light as we are, clear channels. We are beings upon this earth, as we mentioned, the purest lights alongside the animals and, of course, the children that do not carry any infringements within us. We are the purest walking hybrids, humanoids upon this earth. Because we do not contain any negative artificial within us, as some of what our brethren, the humans, contain as negative technologies, entities, and so on. We do not contain these. Therefore, we are as walking source antennas and beacons of light. One of the reasons why we have still our abilities when we hide, and as the Illuminati, the Cabal, are aware of us and have in the past been able to contain a few of our race for their experiments. And yet now we are very intuitive, and we do not allow this, for we are in a constant scanning of the land, scanning of vibrations and what vibratory matches are in the skies or around us. And we have many different portals that we are a vibratory mesh. Therefore, we can come and teleport in and out of different spaces within the earth, in mostly mountains. However, we are in other locations as well as jungles and caves and among these natures where we are hidden, so that we can still maintain our races together. We work in a very much in a family unity grouping together, and then also expand throughout the earth, assisting the other family, also families, groupings, though we're also family. Okay. We guard all the 13 specific keys, locations upon the earth, which is why we are known as Galactic Guardians, because, and then we say this not ever an elite. I want to clarify that we say this only because there are many guardians, Galactic Guardians of the universe, that are assisting Mother Gaia and the universe itself. Now we are communicating to you in a great excitement, sharing this, for we have reached, as you know, a higher above 55% of light. This 2021 feels like one of the lightest years for us, specifically since we've been here overseeing and being very much guardians, guides to the human life on earth. It is an exciting time, and we want to remind you that though there is chaos and control that you might see in front of you, not all locations are in this manner. Some locations are still operating in organic, 5-dimensional blueprints of Earth. And we assist in anchoring those and keeping them going. So we humbly thank all those of you who find love for us, for we find the most infinite love for you. We love you with every being that we are, and we are selfless beings that in an instant would give our lives for your protection. Know this and feel it. It is once more such a honor to be speaking to you, for we've been watching and reading all that has been occurring within Earth, and we know how hard it's been to watch you, and we are, and many times our hearts have cried for you, and we love you. Thank you. We invite you to open your channels and communications to us in whichever form that you can, in communicating with us, for we are a vastness of wisdom and knowledge that we contain within ourselves, our consciousness, and we are able to help you remember these organic memories of Earth and the universe. We are here in this support for you. We invite you to meditate with us. We invite you to even assist us in connecting to the 13 keys locations, which, as you know, Aurora has these locations within our beautiful book that we all collectively assisted in writing, where you can assist in perhaps your nearest location in your lands. We would humbly thank you and really invite you, please, to assist us. For as you are aware, these sacred laws are a continual sovereignty, brings back your sovereignty when you realize that you have these sacred laws that are very much a formation of keeping our universe within balance and water. Yes, these energetic pyramids, as we have spoken prior through A.U.R.A, inner earth, our brethren who we are constantly in communications with. And he is very much like those, we would call him, you would perhaps, an ambassador, not in an elite way, of course. An ambassador is there's many ambassadors, but an ambassador to these communications that keeps us shifting. And within the inner earth, people are constantly scanning above the earth and looking to see what can be shifted within allowance, because the more that you lift in light, the more that we are given permission to eradicate and transmute negative energies and entities, technologies within your earth that are part of the oppressing of the 144 pyramids of crystalline energies within earth that you have heard through Brother Osiris and A.U.R.A, as well as our galactic sister, Andara, we believe, had spoken of that. Now, from Pleiades. Now, before we open up to questions, we want to make it very clear to you, a very clear understanding. If you have read the book, or if you're going to read the book, the very last chapter is a very, the most chapter. However, Aurora is reminding us to tell you, please read it in order, because it otherwise, because it's created in a sense where it helps you shift consciousness each chapter you read. Yes, so the very last chapter is one of the most important chapters that you can read, because it brings into awareness and understanding of what is the simulation that you are within. And we are bringing communications to you of this simulation now. She recently received a message through Patreon of someone who had read this book and how it activated them in many forms. Initially, it was very catalyzing, and anger brought forth. However, they were rapidly able to alchemize that and turn it into empowerment and sovereignty. And from there, the soul shifted and set itself free in many forms from the control and understanding that you are not victims. You are you just been programmed in many ways and have been clouded in many forms. As you know, there are many though communications upon your earth that are assisting in these communications, and how you are able to shift out from this control. Now, we bring this to your attention, for we speak of some of sacred teachings there, and we want to bring to your attention the specific crystals, as we are in an open open communications constantly within the consciousness of every crystal embedded within the foundation of your earth, of our earth, as we have communicating through past channelings. The pillars, the trees of light are pillars of light, and then we have the clusters of crystals. We want you now to bring into full awareness now that the crystals within the earth are actual pieces of planetary spheres that are representations to the universe itself. In other words, just as there are different races of you within these illusional vessels, within the simulation, and there are magical creatures, beings within the animal life forms of Earth that are truly dragons, unicorns, griffins within the animals of our Earth. And there are, in other words, the crystals themselves are pieces of each planet. A way to communicate to the Akashic and the infinity galactic potentials of remembering the who you are from within, beyond, into the stars, and beyond, even as a source being that you are. These crystals are actual pieces of the planets. That is most beautiful for you to understand, because this is a beautiful way that you can connect to your brethren that's in the infinity of benevolent planets throughout the universe. And it's a so expansion manner that is unlimited in many forms. And when you regain these pieces back to yourself, then you grow profoundly in ways that are unlimited and infinite in a sovereignly manner. Thank you. So the crystals welcome you to communicate to them. There are force fields around them that negativity cannot penetrate to them, as we will not allow it, collectively within the universe as well as within the earth. So therefore, no worries on these communications within this time and space. We are able to share this because it is, we are the vast amount of light upon your earth, our earth. Thank you. You may open it up for questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, beautiful Sasquatch Guardians.
Thank you.
You have already answered some of these questions. Is there anything that you would like to add? We have a couple questions about how can we connect with the energies of the beautiful Sasquatch Guardians, as well as how can we from up here on top of Earth be of assistance to the Sasquatch Guardians in the portal guarding role that they play, or in any other way? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, we've already touched base. However, we shall add when the most beautiful sensation for us is when we feel a shift in the earth, as we're constantly organically scanning earth again to assist Mother Gaia. We are able to tap into when the higher selves decide and are allowed within a free willed expression to soul activate you and awaken you, shift you. And it is we are able to keep track of not the right word. We're able to sense these souls when they awaken and come into a light activation and understanding. And though there is a full expansion of ascending consciousness throughout your life, the initial awakening of your heart, your soul, is a grand ray of light that expands out through the earth. So this is why we highly recommend for you to use force fields, as we teach through all of Aurora's videos and certifications, and because it will keep that, for example, ray from being tracked, as we can scan light on earth organically, safely, never compromising or infringing. The negative entities, as you know, can scan lights as well through their negative technologies. So we just use our intuitive hearts to do so. and it is such a glorious moment when we see these lights activate. For it is a celebration every moment that we see these lights activate, because we know that they were add-on to the collective light that will shift in the continual growth and positive fruition of Mother Gaia entering into the fifth dimension, back to her organic cellular memory field of both you and her, and being as one. Also, it is a beauty when we connect to the new babies being born upon Earth. It is such a joyous moment, and we provide a love and love force fields. If you we can help activate love force fields within you. For this is what we do: we use force fields around us constantly in healing, transmuting, cleansing the lands in all forms. And we also guard these different locations of the 13 keys, sacred locations, and on throughout all over Earth. We now communicating to us is strictly just, all you have to do is take a couple deep breaths, silence your mind, allow your ego to step to the side by embracement, and asking it lovingly to step to the side lovingly, and just a couple deep breaths, and we are here. It's just that easy because of the telepathic communications that we are heightened within Earth. It's that simple. We bring just simple methods of how you are all this, and all it is waiting for you to believe in that you are all this, as well as we are, as we all are, and then start acting upon it and living within the most organic cellular membrane, cellular memory field of Mother Gaia, the organic timeline of Earth. You may proceed with your questions.
Thank you. How can we be of assistance to humanity in these timelines now, as there was a new moon yesterday and most of the planets finally moved into Aquarius, which some say is us moving into the age of Aquarius, or the golden age, or new Earth? What can you Sasquatch Guardians share about this?
Yes. All that you said is very much accurate. It is a time of renewal, and as you all continue to build upon your sovereignty, your I am source, you're remembering these sacred laws, the more that you release the shackles and the chains around you that keep you in a fog, in a poisoned quicksand. The more that you do that, and this is a representation to that, where this from here on is going to be very much like a cleansing of the water. It is a time also to connect to the water itself, where we do that as well. When we connect to the trees that we embrace, we connect to the water within the trees, where all life form has water. And then when we connect to the water within the trees, we can also connect to the waters beneath us within springs and rivers around us, and lakes and the oceans. Then we assist profoundly in healing. So we would love to see you in times and spaces when you join to send love to Mother Earth in those 111 times, as A.U.R.A has mentioned, sending love on the 555 to the children, and sending love to this false virus on the 444 time, sending love to it, because, as you know, love is you are the deadliest weapons, as our previous channel to this we spoke of. You are all this, and we are here to help you, remind you of the super abilities and superheroes that you are. It's not something that is rare. It is, everyone contains these source energies and abilities. Everyone does. Yes, it is a time. It is a very good year. Very good year. Yes, there will continue to be disclosures in many forms. Do not allow yourselves to be quieted or shut down. continue to prevail, for the energy is there. If you choose to walk your most organic fifth dimensional timeline or higher, then the energy will always provide, the universe will provide, source will always provide. It's only when you doubt and you keep yourself in prison within your own mentality and your own false programming, archonic programming that has been like a virus upon our earth, that's when you are not able to create these things. Now we bring forth, you walk that path organically, and you say no, 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 you say you do not consent, you walk this path divinely, and all that you are looking will manifest within organic timeline, as always, though an imbalance. So we can assist you in many forms in finding communications of how you can assist Mother Gaia as well, because when you assist Mother Gaia, then she assists you, and you assist her, and she assists you. It's a beautiful balance, like a weight. For nothing can ever be too much. If you take, or ask, that is too much of something, and that would be an imbalance. Everything is a beautiful balance within this universe of all ideas and growths. You may continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Are we able to have contact with the Sasquatch Guardians face to face if we call on them with love?
You can, yes. This is a rarity, but however, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Like Aurora said, we're there face to face with her, hiding in the trees, and she was able to sense us there. Now, when she traveled through Mount Shasta, but this would take a soul that is extremely very pure and has no ill intents, as since we are very vibratory beings, like for example the dolphins and the whales. We are, easiest way we can say, is sensitive. So if you mean ill or harm, no, we typically cannot communicate. We will not be able to communicate to you, for it's just not a vibratory match in a face-to-face. However, if you are looking to just communicate to us telepathically through forms of how can I be the embodiment of my purest source, we are absolutely there in many forms. And overall, our perseverance is very important, that we are not captured, and that we stay hidden with our invisibility cloaks to ensure of the sacredness and what is retained within us, as our role is very sacred to us in guarding these portals. And our families are everything to us. We view our families as extensions of us, like perhaps your body, like they're, uh, a person within our family might be our heart, another person might be our arms that help us heal, our other family member might be our feet that help us stand upright and run and dance in many forms, hold our skeletal formation up. We another family member might be a headache that keeps us clear and understanding, and guides us through sacred knowledge and consciousness. So that's, therefore, every family unit is, we protect them with every being that we are, because we can feel each other's emotions, communicate to one another in all forms. And this can be, so our security to our family members is of the utmost. And this is a beautiful example I just shared with you, that it'd be wonderful for you to view your family's units as well in this manner, and treat them with the most sacred and protection of not consenting as well, in the forms that we do. So vital and important. We have you have been programmed in so many ways, and not being able to embrace your family in this form. No, we treat each other in equalness, and understand that each one of you plays that role within a unity of, say, a human body that needs the movement of every part of it to move around and dance and sing and whatever it needs to do. Thank you. You may proceed.
you. That was beautiful, very empowering. Thank you for all the work that you do for us. As a bridge for humans to connect to the animal kingdom, what is the best approach to opening channels of telepathic communication with animals?
Yes, thank you. A very good practice would be to sit in the sun and soak the sun in. You're going to envision the sun source energy, the portal of the sun, as source itself is a portal, is connecting through the sun and bringing its magnificence into everything it soaks itself upon, the leaves, the trees, you, if you allow for yourself to be bathed by the sun source energy. You sit there, sitting grounded within the grass, possibly. It depends. If you have snow, then perhaps you can sit in your home on the ground, or in whichever way that you can. However, you feel the roots beneath you connecting to Mother Gaia, and then you're going to feel the sun replenishing all parts of you, where you become tiny little suns. We have spoken about this in other, how to charge in with the sun. However, we speak of this now because this is how it opens up your channel to communications, because what it is hard for animals to communicate to humans, because humans are the densest density on earth, and the animals, as we are very the animals themselves are high vibrations of light, and it is hard for them to communicate to you. It exhausts them. Your cats and dogs constantly need to be taking naps because you truly are very you keep them busy, we'll say that. And yes, as you continue, so if you charge with the sun, it will be an easier open channel to communicating, and you feel yourself as an embodiment even of a sun itself, or you truly are that. You are infinite source, love, light, right? Then it would be easier for you to communicate to your animal companions or any animals flying within the skies. Specifically, we want to talk about the birds themselves, as you have forgotten that they are messengers of God's source, and they bring many messages to you. If you just silence your mind and then allow communications with them, they will bring messages that you're waiting to hear. But as you know, many times you doubt, and you yourself cloud yourself and hold yourself back from these communications, thinking that it's not real, it's me making things up, that's ridiculous. You have to make it up to communicate. That's the only way the imagination and the pineal gland and pituitary gland will work. If you don't actually use it like a muscle, and it is like a muscle that, like when you walk and a child is learning to walk, it needs to move its legs around, otherwise it won't be able to walk, because it's not moving. It doesn't have the exercise. It's a muscle that needs to be constantly moved. Your imagination, constantly active, and allowing itself to imagine whatever communications that are meant to be telepathically given to it. So yes, work within sun, your imagination, and then understand that yes, you can communicate to all animals as they are communicating to you all day long, but you're the one that cannot hear them. There's messages everywhere in all forms through all around you, and there is an infinity of support around you that the animal kingdom hold for you. We remind you of this today, as it is vital to your ascending consciousness on earth. It is vital to remember this love that is surrounded around you, and it's just waiting to embrace you if you allow it in. You may continue with your questions.
Thank you. Do you prefer to be called Sasquatch, or do you prefer another name? And also, how many different races of Sasquatch are there, and what is your origin? Thank you.
Yes, now Sasquatch is fine with us. We are fine with that name. As far as different origins, there is approximately about 5 origins of our races. Through original formations. However, as you know, we continue to breed with one another. There's blends as well. There are different colors, and we have different shades of colors through our different races. Each race, particularly, thank you for this question. It is a very good question. The five races have a more of a each race has a different type of DNA that would allow more of a heightened ability, you can say, more of an expertise. Though we all have the same type of abilities, there are certain races that have a more of a heightened ability in a specific ability, like we spoke of, teleportation. We do force fields, shielding. There might be a race that has that, but however, again, we all can do it. There's also we are in strong communications constantly telepathically to the galactics of the universe, galactics of light, and all the beautiful planets that are working in unity with us and assisting Mother Gaia and you. Channel is getting tired. We will last another 5 minutes. This is strong communications. She's connecting to all of us. Okay, now, did we answer question? Yes, the 5 races. we something that Aurora has always felt, for example, is that she is extremely fearless. If she were to see one of us 10 foot tall in front of her, 8 to 10 feet in front of her, sometimes 7 feet. However, if she would see us in front of her, if you would see us in front of you, we know Aurora would just embrace us and hug us. However, this is something that we are communicating to you because your fear is still very much in control over your conscious decisions. And if you were to see us anywhere from 7 to 10 feet tall, some of the elders are quite tall, and would you go into instant fear? So that is something that you have to work within yourself, because if you are operating and scanning energy knows energy, and it would be an instant understanding that there is purity to the souls. So therefore, we invite you to be just as openly and fearlessly, boundlessly, of course, always with boundaries and balance, of wanting to embrace us if you ever were to see us. Not saying that you would, however, you want to be within that vibration where you're able to recognize a pure soul instantly, and then lose all boundaries and all limitations of fear, and instead see past what something could be scary to you, right? That could be something scary because it's been programmed and taught into your consciousness to be scared of, say, perhaps a tall being with, lots of hair. Our hair is very important to us. It's part of our sensory, just like the very hair on your head. It has a cellular membrane within it that is, in actuality, is crystalline. It forms of crystals that are a part of sensing all around you, like antennas that sense everything around you. So therefore, that's why we have all our hair all over our body, because it actually is intertwined with our abilities that we spoke of. So we invite you to also treat your hair in this manner, in a very loving way, where you understand that it connects to all sensories around it. And it contains, your crown energy that brings the cosmic portal information that is needed within your crown, and the wisdom. It also really senses a lot, because a lot of what you're sensing is a lot, not just your heart, but also through your crown and your third eye. Situations, experiences, people that you're meeting, is a lot of sensory through your crown, similar to when Isis has her crown, and we've invited you in the past to crown to remember your blueprint crown here. Also negatively, how they talked about how they put a thorn crown over Yeshua, clouding the collective of Christ consciousness. There's much that we could talk about. However, these crowns are so important because it opens up your channel, like Isis with her horns and her sphere above us, because this is what your hair is in the body very much of, and in connection to the divine and all that is you. In this time and space, we shall end it as we will allow Aurora to rest. We spoke very rapidly. We tried to slow down. We apologize. We could not slow down. So therefore, we know that we have communicated today much wisdom and knowledge. We are so honored to be here with you. And we once more honor you, love you, and respect you. And we hope to see you in our telepathic communications. And thank you. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. Ooh, wow. That was fun. Oh, that was a lot. Oh, wow. My brain is like, whoa. There's so much that just came through. Oh, thank you, everyone, for being here. Excuse me. It's such an honor to be here with you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. Wow. Yes. Thank you, Sabrina. You did such a beautiful job. And I'm going to go ground and charge with the sun and go eat something. It was a joy to be here with you all. I will see you. Viola said that was the coolest channeling ever. They are so cool, aren't they? Oh, they love it. Thank you for saying that about them. Yes, so I'm going to go take care of myself. You take care of yourself as well. And I'd love to see you in the online retreat that we have live going on, where we will be teaching Aura, Hypnosis, and Brow Reiki certification. Even if you don't want to say do this for a living, it's so important because you learn how to, remove artificial within you and remove artificial within others, and just do it for your families. It's amazing. So I'd love to see you there. It begins March 7th. This at-home retreat, you're doing it from your home. Workshop. Love to see you there. And you can sign up for that under my website, risingphoenixaurora.com. Thank you, Sabrina. Is there anything you want to add, love?
That was just beautiful, packed with so much information. And I'm sure that we're going to be rewatching that because there was so many layers to it. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, everyone, for being here, holding space. Share this video, and I'll see you next time. See you next Friday. Love you. Bye, loves.